Number 124 in the Radiance range in another Luchino Visconti movie is Le Notti Bianche. Now, I always get a little bit worried when I see Visconti's names because his films are usually visually stunning. Sometimes can be really impactful, sometimes can be really cold, and I struggle to warm to the characters or the situations, or they don't just speak to me. But Le Notti Bianche was one of those films that right from the start I felt I could connect with. It's probably the easiest one I've had connecting with the characters. It's all about a lonely, introspective man who's wandering the streets of Venice until he bumps into Natalie one night, a woman who seems to be in a similar situation. She's waiting for her love who abandoned her, and she appears there every night waiting for him to return. And while there, she meets this man and starts to have a connection with him. They start to meet up each night and slowly find themselves falling in love.
Quante volte si sente dire che per un dispiacere lei non avrà di queste intenzioni, spero. Una ragazza giovane e carina.
It's both romantic and melancholic as well. It's a place where dreams and reality blur, and every interaction carries with it longing, loss, and a little bit of possibility. I really love the way Visconti has these sets. They look dreamlike. Venice is really a character here. The canals, the bridges, the piazzas. It's glowing under the midnight sun. Everything seems meticulously composed, which is something I'm really becoming familiar with within the Visconti's work. And it kind of blends this realism with romantic melancholy as well.
Vero, non ci credo. Proprio così. Ma non rida di mia nonna. Io le voglio bene lo stesso.
I like the characters. I enjoyed these two people. I felt that they were good people that just were looking for that break, that connection to set them off with someone similarly minded and to create a wonderful relationship. But there is that looming threat of Natalie's partner who left her, and how that has left her isolated and longing and needing that human connection. And we get that with the male character here as well, but it's unrequited. They want the same thing, but there is a refusal between them to really engage in it until it's almost too late.
Come le è venuto in mente di avere fiducia in un tipo come me? Eppure gliel'avevo detto. Mai fidarsi di nessuno, soprattutto di un innamorato.
I think Marcello Mastroianni is great. He is the dreamer. He's restrained. He's charming. He's quietly yearning after Natalie. He wants to help her. He makes poor choices and good choices at the same time. Maria Schell as Natalie is wonderful. She's really vulnerable. There's a little bit of naivety in there. It's intense, and her performance is full of nuance, from bright wide eyes and excitement to nervous and internal work. And it just is, these two together just create a wonderful story. But it has a minimal plot, but it has maximum emotion that really pads this one out. So you don't get much of a story driving it forward, but you get a feeling. You have an atmosphere. You understand what's at stake here, and it feels as if it's a heavy stake for these two characters.
Non è che hai soltanto pietà di me, vero? Mi vuoi anche tu un po' di bene?
Lo so adesso.
Ma più tardi, forse.
I love the way this thing is shot. I love Venice within it. I love the fact that they kind of use space in a really interesting way, and how it creates the wonderful black and white photography just creates a real mood and atmosphere of itself. It's dreamy. It feels like it's bridging the world between reality and a dream world. There's something hazy here where magic could happen, possibly. Yeah, I really enjoyed Le Notti Bianche. I think it was fantastic. It was a really fun film. It looked stunning, but I would expect no less from Visconti, considering the films I've seen of his already. But I really was impacted by the storyline and that ending, which, to be honest, I won't talk about, but I could talk about for a while. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Le Notti Bianche. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have Adrian Wooten. Critic and programmer Adrian Wooten examines Le Notti Bianche, touching on the film's relationship with the original Dostoevsky short story, the memorable lead performances, and the role of Visconti's regular creative collaborators. Recorded exclusively for Radiance in September 2025. This runs for 23 minutes 16 seconds, and what I really liked about this was the information around Visconti's career and the perception of him at the start, like how he was going overboard on budgets, how this film was a chance for him to really show how he could make something that people wanted in a timely fashion under budget. I really found that quite fascinating. Next, we have White Knight's audiobook commentary. This extra provides the option of listening to an audiobook adaptation of the original Dostoevsky short story, White Knights, as an audio track accompanying the film. This is a public domain recording, and it runs for 108 minutes. Now, I haven't listened to this as yet, but I do like audiobooks. I like the fact that this is included, and the fact that it's going to be juxtaposed with the actual film just sounds a little bit different, and something that I will absolutely be getting to at some point. Next, we have Letters from Rome, Luchino Visconti. In this archival programme, Luchino Visconti hosts André S. Labarthe at his home and discusses his films, including Le Notti Bianche, Senso, and La Terra Trema, before walking with the presenters through the streets of Rome, originally recorded for French television in 1963. Now, this runs for 32 minutes 41 seconds, and it's just nice to see the man himself in conversation, talking about future projects, talking about past projects, the way he just relates to this character. To see them just strolling through the streets of Rome is such an odd thing, but it feels really fitting in this extra. Really fantastic to have this on disc. Next, we have Marcello Mastroianni. In this archival interview, part of a documentary on Visconti made shortly before his death, Marcello Mastroianni and Visconti discussed their meetings and their working relationship, originally filmed for French television in 1977. This runs for 3 minutes 37 seconds, and it's just a small additional add-on for this one. It's nice to have it included. Next, we have Le Notti Bianche, An Appreciation. In this archival feature, Italian critics and Visconti collaborators take a retrospective appraisal of Le Notti Bianche, and it runs for 60 minutes 52 seconds. Really nice extra. Lots of people I hadn't really heard of before, people who grew up with this film, who knew its impact, who could give you historical references as to why it was so impactful. There is also a trailer and a stills gallery. Also included in this set is a 32-page booklet which has 2 writings on this. We have Between the Major and Minor, Visconti's Le Notti Bianche from 2025, and we have Jeffrey Noel Smith on White Knights from 2019, and that's the extras for Le Notti Bianche. There we have it. Le Notti Bianche is the latest Radiance release, the latest Visconti, and one that I would recommend. Yeah, I think it's well worth your time. I think it's not going to be the most heartwarming of tales, but it gets pretty close. I think it's great for a chilly night to sit up in a dark room and watch this unfold. I'd love to know your thoughts on Le Notti Bianche. Let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.